Cynthia Ann Leighton here on overcoming fear when fear's really holding you back. That's right, overcoming fear. Action helps. That's why I'm able to talk about this. I do have trouble with fear, and I am overcoming fear repeatedly. Yeah, it's kind of like needing to sleep at night. It's kind of like needing to brush your teeth and take a shower and eat and all those things over and over again. Because fear is built into us. There is a fight or flight or flee response that's deep within us. It's useful. It keeps us alive. But in this busy modern world, sometimes it gets out of control, right? So this is about that. Overcoming fear when fear is really holding you back. Get into action mode. I find that it helps. Flourishing begins by simply deciding that you will again grow in this moment. Because it is a moment by moment thing. It's a decision that you make, but it's a decision that you live. Just like you need to breathe in and out, but then you need to breathe in and out again. You can flourish. You can flourish even when fear is holding you back by simply deciding that you are again going to grow in this moment. Slowly, consistently, and persistently in this moment and this one and this one. How? Well, you implement it by going slow, by doing something simple. You see the picture there? That's called Raggedy Ann and Andy, something that's been around for a long time. It's actually a painting my mom and dad got by a friend, Richard Honeymar. Raggedy Ann and Andy. You can be like Raggedy Ann and Andy. You can implement in a floppy way. Floppy arms, floppy legs, floppy body, floppy head. Something simple. It doesn't have to be perfect. Nothing human comes out perfect, does it? So why worry about it? Do something simple. Choose something simple that fits for what's next for you in this moment. And not just simple, but small. Stick to small. That's going to help you to overcome fear. Little things matter. And little things put together, one after another, build into bigger and bigger things. Hey, it works. Stick to something small and simple in the moment that you feel fear. It'll help you to overcome. It'll help you to move forward. And you're going to have to repeat. Changing your fear, like anything else, can be broken into chunks that are tiny enough that you can form habits. You can change fear by action. The action that you take gets you from this moment's fear into the next moment's action. The fear gets pushed away as you get busy and focus in on what you're doing. And you create habits slowly as you do that. There's something interesting about humans and habits. Habits help you to keep going. It's a framework. And when you are building a habit, with every habit that you put in play, you're building a framework, a structure, routines for moving forward. And encouraging yourself to move forward really matters. Indeed, I created a 6-week class on that. I do encourage you to encourage yourself to keep moving forward. Do what you need to do. Step out of fear and step into action and build a habit of it. Overcoming fear can be as simple as that. Taking your breath in and out and repeating it. Noticing in your breath that you are moving forward. You're continuing to breathe in and out. There's a lot of complicated things that are involved in breathing in and out. And yet you can do it simply. There's other things in your life that are complicated that you can simplify. Just like breathing in and out. You can find a way to do it and then continue doing it and then become able to do it habitually. Sometimes as simply as breathing in and breathing out. I find that noticing one breath can make that difference too. Just noticing that I am breathing in and out. Notice your breath now. Use that very breath to build a framework, a structure, a routine for you moving forward, overcoming fear. Yes, bad things happen. And a lot of what fear comes from is memories of bad stuff. Fear of it, fear of what happened in the past. Fear that it might happen now, fear that it is happening now, fear because it's happening now, all kinds of fears. But that was then, and this is a new now. That new breath that you just took, in and out, that's a demonstration that your life goes on. You're here now. Those things that are in the past, those are memories. You can make now safe. This is a new now. Dare to make this now. A flourishing you, creating the best version of you. How to overcome fear when fear is really holding you back has a lot to do with a willingness and a decision to recognize that this right now is a new now. It can be as simple as that breath. In, out, breathing in and out. Noticing that. And being aware that you're grateful for that breath. Maybe you have to dig around a bit more to find something else that you're grateful for. But it's simple to start with appreciating one breath, in and out. It helps you to remember that you've got to take care of yourself. And taking care of yourself is a big part of it. Because as you trust yourself to take better care of yourself, the fear subsides more readily, even when bad memories or other things cause you to have fear. Knowing that this is a new now helps you to move forward. And as you do move forward, I encourage you to celebrate those tiny, small things, those little things that you choose to do. Well, tiny things you do create teeny tiny results. And those results are worth celebrating. Indeed, it's the celebrating that's going to help you to continue to move forward to the days that you want, the confidence that you want, the best version of you that you're creating day by day by the tiny things you do. So look for the results and celebrate them in some appropriate way. Might be as simple as patting yourself on the back, smiling, and saying, "Good job." Simple things help. Simple things make a difference. Find your own simple things. Start out with a smile in the mirror and the words, "Good job." Hey, jump up and down if you need to. Do a little dance. Choose something. Give yourself a treat of a wonderful walk. Enjoying nature and breathing fresh air. Confidence comes from doing. And you're going to have to repeat. So confidence comes from your repeated doing what's next for you. It's got to be something that fits for you. Because it's your life. It's your breath that's going in and out. So dare to figure out what's next for you that fits for you. And then you're going to start trusting more. And as you trust, you'll have more gratitude and you'll get yourself into action mode more readily. Let's create a confident you. I'd like to share some of my work on confidence. Confidence, yes. Confidence and success. Indeed, long-term success. So what does confidence and success mean for you? Recognizing what it means for you helps you to overcome fear because it makes it more specific. And you can do small, specific things. Long-term success. What would that mean for you? I've had successes and setbacks, more than most folks on both counts. In dealing with them, I learned from a lot of iterations. Iterations that help me to recognize the depth and importance of a focus on little things. Remember, I said, choose something simple, something little, something tiny, and do it. Well, that's especially true of little things that can be repeated. Because when you repeat things, you get better at them. Tiny things make a difference. For example, a rest day, where you rest totally. A rest day can make a leap forward possible. Slowing down can help you to go a longer distance. Connecting with people in small, silly things can make the biggest difference. Look for the littlest things you can do and repeat in ways that will make a difference. Work up to the bigger things. Dare to do something small, even when it takes a really long time to build up to a wee bit more. Dare to do the little bit you can do today. Repeat the little bits you can do. Gain success experience from those little things, not just in one area, in multiple areas of your life. That's how to create a confident you. Tiny things about the basics, eating, sleeping, moving, and about the dreams, like mine, of helping people in a successful online business. Do them. Create a confident you, a better version of you. There is something small enough that you can do it today. Figure out what fits today's situation. Do exactly that. No more, no less. Dare that work. Dare to do something small. Dare to find the fun in that simple, small work, where it connects with helping others and with what you want. I'm going to say some Kuberty questions. Kuberty means simple things that disrupt fear. And I want to help you to overcome fear when fear is really holding you back by simple things that disrupt fear. As long as you disrupt it for a little bit, that's enough. Even if it's as simple as looking at a breath, in order to look at something a little bit bigger. Here's a big one. How does developing confidence and success fit in with your dreams? How might you connect with someone today in a simple, silly way to begin that? Think of a few that fit your life situation. And then, decide which of those ideas is doable today. Especially something small enough you could do it today and repeat it tomorrow and the next day. Repeatable daily. That means really simple. Maybe a bit more than you're feeling now about breathing in and out. You can breathe in and out simply. Something a little bigger than that. Not as complicated. But what is small enough to do today? Or do you need confidence and success that may be slowing down to help you live the life of your dreams? If so, what might fit today for simply slowing down? Simply slowing down. That can teach you a lot, simply slowing down. We live in a fast-paced world, and how to be confident and simply get things to happen. Well, it's a choice. Being confident is also a process. That means it's a little more complicated. How to be confident can be simple though. You can get things to happen that you want to happen. You can develop your passions, and that helps you overcome fear because it involves you. For example, if you dream of another line of work, why not create it simply, as in along with whatever's going on in the rest of your life. Just something teeny tiny that creates a confident you in doing that one tiny piece of it. Yes, to get things to happen. Looking at lessons I learned helped me to build a successful offline business a long while back. Now, with new challenges that I'm facing, and yes, fears, I'm helping people in new ways while creating an online business. I'm paying attention to lessons learned, and that leads me to new ways to pull out specific steps to take now for getting better results, and specific steps overcome fear. And it generally turns useful stuff into the very detailed specifics that I need to do to get things to happen. And you can do that too. It's kind of pulling out from within you what you really want so that you can do the tiny things that'll really make it happen. Because you can't do the big things all at once. You have to start small. That's part of why fear sometimes does hold you back. It might be that you just jump into something a little bit bigger than where you are right now. So in sharing me overcoming fear, one way that works for me is I find small steps that I can do. For example, writing and even talking these little videos. It becomes part of my growth and it helps me to overcome fear. I have a strong desire for change, and that sparks a willingness to act. That gets me researching the work of others too. My willingness to act pulls me past the wondering about what I can do into actually overcoming fear and getting things done. It puts me into a realistic examination of my current situation. It allows me to begin concrete, real action that gets things to happen. Just little things, but little things matter. Let's create a confident you by helping you to recognize that little things matter. As I do this, my thinking guides me to see more little things that I can do right here and right now. I dare to experiment. Here I am, making a longer YouTube. This is a first. I guess I've done a couple before. But mostly I make short ones. Mostly I just talk for a few minutes. I've been exploring lately by making them a few more minutes longer. I'm daring to experiment. I'm leaping into regular repetition of trying different things in different areas. I'm getting small results that matter to me. And you can too. That is overcoming fear. Doing little things that matter to you. Action. Action brings your dreams into reality. Hey, here's the thing. Tiny gets done. When you've got a small time spot, do something tiny. Don't waste it. Tiny gives progress. So what is the tiniest action you could take today to experiment? Maybe not experiment like making this YouTube, I am, but maybe that's not where you're at today. Your dreams, whatever they are though, are worth the daring of a tiny wild experiment. So I invite you to be a bit bolder today. Reaching deeper than that one single breath. Doing something, maybe it's smaller than you really want to do, but something that you can do from start to finish by investing a little bit of today, a bit of yourself into experimenting. Experimenting works. And here's those Cooperty questions I mentioned. What's something you wish for that maybe, just maybe, you could try a teeny tiny wild experiment around today? Maybe something like what I'm doing right here and now, turning my work into a way of sharing with you. Maybe you have someone you want to share something with. Maybe like this painting that Richard Honeymore did. Painting. Are you artistic? Maybe that's your choice. But whatever it is, imagine doing something small that's related to your dreams in some way. But then take it several steps smaller so that you can really do something about it. That's how you're going to overcome fear, is really doing something about it. Yes, how to become confident, how to overcome fear, begins with simple, small action. What is simple enough and small enough that it fits you today? Really fits you in your dreams. And how might you go about testing out taking action on that? Hey, what would it feel like to begin making that happen today? I can tell you it feels scary making this video. But you know what? I'm moving forward and doing it. And ways to grow your confidence, growing through action, is like that. Confidence includes how you think, and fear and how you feel about your action. But it also includes doing it. Stepping forward, doing something small. Ways to grow your confidence include observing the results of other people, maybe someone you admire, then daring to act in some smaller way. You see, the people you see around you that are doing things they've been doing for a long time, don't start there. They're doing big things because they've been doing them for a while. If you're wanting to do like a copy of someone by seeing that they're doing something, well, pick one aspect of it and do it in your way, in a smaller way. Dare to act in some teeny tiny way, to do something that's related. It doesn't have to be the same as what you admire from someone else. You want to pour yourself, your own passion, your own uniqueness into it, and go for it. Explore, experiment, act. And as you act, you begin to believe in yourself. And as you believe in yourself, you overcome that fear, even when it's really holding you back. Ways to grow your confidence can be simple, even silly, composed of, well, pretty much any useful actions you dare to try. And as you do, you'll be growing. People I admire inspire me to become better. Often it's in them modeling doing and me noticing the results they get. Even me doing the modeling works. Yes, even when I do it for myself, that means it does it for you too. You can model for yourself. When you're modeling for yourself what you need to do to move forward, hey, a little bit of moving forward happens, even on rough days. When you get your attitude in a better place, life tends to become an adventure rather than an ordeal. Your attitude helps you to encourage yourself on a moment-by-moment basis. Partly it's your own feelings about wanting a change enough to do something about it and being willing to break it into something small. Yeah, when you hear about people climbing mountains, it can be impressive. But when you take a few steps up a hill, that's impressive too. Allow yourself to climb on a small hill of the one where your feet are right now. And your feeling of wanting results is going to come to your aid over time because it's going to help you to muster up the energy and the effort to do the follow-through, to climb the many hills before whatever mountain is yours becomes the thing for what's next. When you want something enough that you're willing to do something new, well, you have to do it badly while you figure out how to do it better. And here's the thing, your feelings can lead you to an attitude that guides you to doing what it takes. Yeah, sometimes you need to be a fool and keep trying, but break it into smaller things. Experiment as wildly as it takes with tiny things. Dare the role of researcher. Allow yourself to be like a baby. Yeah, babies fall down. They learn to walk, but they fall down a lot. They get people encouraging them all around them. You can encourage yourself. Here's another important ingredient. Persistence. Yeah. Maybe you can't get it right now, but you can be persistent, get help, and keep poking at whatever, as long as it's something small, and approaching it one little bit at a time, learning, finding out what is next. So what is it you want to move forward on in your life? You can overcome fear by moving forward. When fear is holding you back, find a simpler thing. Because as long as you're moving forward, you can build a better you. You can create a confident you. Back to those Kuberty questions. What are you eager enough to do that you're willing to fall flat on your face the first time you try it? Because you know what? You've got a great place to start right there. Something you're eager enough to do. Indeed, in overcoming fear, that's sufficient to accomplish something new, identifying something you're really eager for. Prepare yourself to be eager and enthusiastic. Yes, enthusiastic. When I'm enthusiastic, it makes a difference. That's what's giving me the opportunity to do this today. I'm enthusiastic. There's a bit of trepidation. I suppose I'm overcoming fear just by having prepared to do this, but actually doing it is a pretty wild experiment. I'm simply summoning up a mindset of being willing to err, to be willing to make mistakes, to put out this imperfect stuff, knowing that, well, I do have a strong desire to help you. I want that desire to shine through and help you and lift you into overcoming your fear today, right here, right now. Preparing so that whenever fear is really holding you back, that you're creating a confident you. And as you do, well, one key to turning your first attempt into results is feedback. Celebrate whatever aspects may have gone well. Sometimes it's just the fact that you did it. Observe ways to adjust in areas where you need improvement. Another valuable move to make is to visualize the smallest possible way to begin. Because daring to start small enough makes a difference. Give yourself confidence. Know that you are enough. Yes, you can give yourself a confidence. Let's create a confident you. Look at willingness. How to give yourself confidence begins with willingness. Daring to be open to figuring out what's next for you, while knowing deep within that you are enough. Yes, you are enough. Effective action happens when you allow yourself to be yourself. The thing is, when you're pouring yourself into what you're doing, your passion shows through from time to time. As you get better at doing things through practice, you'll shine through more. It's okay to keep moving forward, even when you don't know exactly what you're doing, even when you mess up, because we all mess up. Life's got lots of challenges. So when you're figuring things out and moving forward, it's okay not to be perfect. You are enough. I encourage you to dare to allow yourself to pour yourself into your life, to find out what matters to you, and to dare to do it badly as you figure out how to do it a little bit better. Those Kuberty questions again. Are you paying attention, enough attention to what matters to you? Your interests can help you to give yourself confidence boosts day in and day out. That's what helps you get over fear too. Paying attention to what matters to you. You see, testing and experimenting in small ways to observe what has meaning for you. Well, it guides you to what's a good fit for you. It prepares you for your next action or your next act if you're trying to change your life. How have you noticed yourself developing passion? What matters to you develops over time. It develops. It's not just something you find. It's something you develop. It takes work. And it's scary work. So overcoming fear has to do with, well, the work of knowing what matters to you and developing it. Your attention flows in a variety of different ways. What's immediately before you right now that you appreciate is a clue to how to give yourself confidence. When you get a little bit done, you can figure out one tiny step to take, and then another step follows naturally. Yes, you're bound to mess up from time to time and to get stuck in fear. And yet, if you allow yourself to accept that you are enough, you'll keep moving forward a next step at a time. And you'll figure out what next step matters to you. And that's going to give you confidence, one action at a time. It's going to help you to turn fear into confidence. Turn fear into confidence and achievement fast. Yes, turn fear into confidence. Step 1 is do not be afraid, for you can turn fear into confidence. My simple way is to pray. I pray always. When you slip into fear, dare to slide back into recognizing that God is with you. You're not alone. You're loved. You can pray as simple as help, or hello, it's me again, or in another way that fits you. That's right, that fits you. Turn fear into achievement. That's the second step. It's a tiny way, but it works. You can build mental fortitude to deal with fear. That's what I've been doing, because I know I've got tiny tools to do what I need to do, whatever happens. One of the things that matters in gaining the mental fortitude to deal with fear is your own conversation with yourself. See, a lot of it seems to be about the stories around that bad stuff that's happened already in your life. So that conversation with yourself, it's a conversation you may not even be aware of, because it's often expressed by attitudes and actions rather than by words. That inner stuff isn't always positive, right? Yet your growth arises from positive feedback. And the easiest place to get it is from you. That way you build up habits and routines that you can guide yourself with, even when life's inevitable bumps and storms come your way. Practice giving yourself a positive word of encouragement right now. Yep, right here, right now. Recognize something you did today that was positive. Smile when you find one. Then allow yourself to take on an inner attitude and the actual words of good job. All right, I'm going to do that now. Here I am. I wanted to create a way of helping you to overcome fear when fear is really holding you back. I wanted to help you and me together to work and say, let's create a confident you. We've done a little bit of that. It's just a beginning. I'm an effective coach who gets results for people. And one way is by helping you to, well, give yourself a positive word of encouragement. Look at something you did today. Anything. Especially if it was something that moves you a little bit towards becoming a better you, the you want to be, or that instills it more deeply, or that's just a result of it. Something small, a bit bigger than, say, breathing in and out. And say, good job. Yep, right inside you. Good job. And then repeat. Yeah, one thing is you could go do that good job thing again. The same way or another way. And that'll give you another chance to say, good job. Yep, good job once again. Then dare to be really silly and seal it in with what matters to you. Perhaps a treat would be a cup of herbal tea or a tiny piece of dark chocolate or anything else that's a tiny treat for you. I have a beautiful, gorgeous, sunny day out there right now. I'm going to give myself a treat. Rather than dark chocolate, I think a nice hour's walk will be good. What would be good for you? And yes, back to those Kubert questions. How might you practice giving yourself positive feedback today? Kubert means simple things that disrupt fear. And giving yourself simple, positive feedback helps you to overcome fear when fear is really holding you back. And you know what? Seal it in. Let me ask another question. After you find a way to practice positive feedback, do it. Even if all you can come up with is saying, good job. You've already done that here. You can do that again. What might be a tiny treat to follow that experience? I've done something a bit bigger than just breathing in and out. I have created, in fact, this little video. It's an experiment. It's longer than I normally would do. It's scarier than I normally do. But it's really here to help you overcome fear when fear is really holding you back. I have experience with that. I experience fear, and yet I dare to act. I break things down to be small, little, tiny, and I celebrate results. Just like I'm about to celebrate the result of creating this. What can you celebrate today? What can you do again so that you can celebrate it again? Kubert means simple things that disrupt fear. You got to keep it small. It'll get you going. And then whatever your experience already that you've got within you will kick in, and you'll begin focusing and being there and moving forward more naturally. But again, you might get stuck in fear later in the day. Knowing simple things that disrupt fear can get you right back to work. Whatever your work may be. Right now, my work is about to be taking care of myself, going for an hour's walk. Let's create a confident you. This is Cynthia Ann Leighton of slowselfimprovement.com. I own Software Enterprise Limited. It's just me. It's a restart. And today, a little restart of overcoming fear when fear is really holding you back. I encourage you to subscribe to this YouTube channel and to visit me over at slowselfimprovement.com. Thanks for listening. This is Cynthia Ann Leighton, out.